Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Jessica. Today I'm filming an update on my 2022 deck of panning project. Really fun project. It was created by Emily from Emily and Max, and this is my first year doing it, but I'm really enjoying it. It's been having a lot of fun with it and hope to continue to do it next year. I'll link Emily's introduction video right up here in the cards as well as in the description box, so you can get all the information that you need right there. But as a quick synopsis, the whole premise of this project is to use a deck of playing cards to select randomly, and these correlate with some kind of prompt that help you to choose an item in your makeup collection to work on during that month or to hit some kind of goal on. I mainly use this project as a way to cycle through my makeup collection, to have fun with some things I don't normally reach for, and it's been working really well for me that way. Today's a busy day like always, so let's go ahead and get into the update. But before we do, please take a moment to give this video a thumbs up because you like me, and leave a comment and say hello. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and be a little part of my internet family in this little corner of YouTube. The first product we're going to talk about today is this primer from NYX. This is their Marshmallow Primer. I brought this product in 2 months ago with the goal to use it all up. When this product first came into the project, it was weighing 48.5 grams. I used it 28 times in the first update, using 10.2 grams of product. This past month, after just 2 more additional uses, I did empty out this product. We only had those 2 uses remaining. Too bad we couldn't get there in that first month, but now we can roll this out. Today it's weighing 37.78 grams, so I used up the remaining 0.52 grams of product, and I used 10.72 grams total of this product before emptying it out. And this is a pretty nice primer. I really do enjoy it. It kind of has a nice smoothing quality. It has a really nice smell to it. I felt that it did perform really well with my makeup, and I enjoyed it a lot. I would recommend picking this up if you're looking for a drugstore primer and you want to try something new. I don't know if I'm going to rush out to repurchase it. I don't think primer is necessarily a step that I need every day in my makeup routine. So I'm not gonna run out and buy this right away, but I did really enjoy using it, and that one gets to go into my empties. And by the way, I brought this in when I pulled the card 3 of clubs, which was for the prompt, a gimme product. And I thought that this was really close to being done, and I guess I was pretty much right, just 30 uses to use it up. The next item I've been working on is this liquid lipstick from Maybelline. This I brought in for the card 8 of diamonds, which was a non-cruelty-free makeup product. This is from Maybelline. It's their Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick in the shade Amazonian, and I really do love this shade. It's very similar kind of to the color I'm wearing today. It's like a nice terracotta nude, and I think it's just perfect for this fall time of year. My goal was to use this item 15 times during the course of this project. I used it 6 times during the first month, and in the past month, I used it an additional 4 times, making for 10 uses total. So we are 5 uses away from my goal, and I'm totally fine with that. My plan was to use this very gradually and just enjoy it during the fall months. And I think I should be able to meet that goal by the next update with 5 more uses and just really enjoy this during the last few weeks of October and into November. So that one is gonna stay in. Next, we have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light, an item that just keeps appearing and reappearing in these projects. I drew a Queen of Hearts, which was for a graveyard project pan item, and this was one of the only items that I had to choose from, and I'm really okay with it because even though it's an item I use pretty much every day, it is an item that would be satisfying to use up eventually, or at least track the expansion of the pan on. So here's what it was looking like last month. It was weighing 81.46 grams. In the past month, I used it 23 times. Today it's weighing 81 grams, so I used 0.46 grams of product, and here's what it's looking like today. And I hope you'll see a gradual expansion of that pan. This one is getting to be quite large and quite impressive. Feeling very happy about that. I love this product. I use it on a daily basis pretty much. I have it on today to blur my under eyes and just as a final finishing powder. Really have been enjoying it for that. This is an item I would definitely repurchase. It's part of my daily makeup routine now. I love it, and I'll continue to love it. And I'm just excited to see how far I can go on finishing this. I'm not necessarily going to finish it during the span of this project, but we'll see how far we can get before our finale of this project in December. So that one will stay in as well. For this next item, I had drawn an Ace of Hearts, which was a choose your own space, and I decided to choose the space for out of control category. And in my collection, that category is definitely my blushes. So I brought in this blush palette from Tarte. This is their color wheel. It came out a few years ago for their Christmas collection. I love these color wheel palettes that they came out with for a couple of years. This palette has 10 shades in it. 8 blush shades and 2 highlighting shades, and my goal was to use each shade at least 10 times. Well, I'm very happy to report that we've done quite well on this item. Here's what it was looking like last month. I don't know if you'll be able to see much difference, but look closely and you can maybe see a little slight change between what it's looking like today. Here it is today. So I was able to hit a couple goals on some shades. I have used both highlighters 10 times each, and I was mixing them a lot of times, so kind of getting a double whammy there. That definitely helped. I was able to use Deco and Surreal both 10 times, so those ones are out for now. I've used Culture 8 times, so only 2 more uses on that, and 3 uses on Mod. I'm definitely focusing on this half of the palette since we are in this last few warmer days of the year, so trying to make use of those peachy tones. I do have this shade Culture on my cheeks today, and I love that it's shimmery and it's a very nice, easy highlighter blush mix. That's kind of saves me a step when I'm getting ready. This side of the palette has not been used quite as much, but we will definitely get to that in the months of November and December. I was able to use the highlighter 10 times by mixing it with the other highlighter Idol, and I've used each of these shades 1 time. So at least I used each shade in this palette. We are at 51 uses total on this palette, and my goal is 100. So we are more than halfway there, which I think is incredible. I mean, I definitely had a little bit of a leg up by mixing those highlighters, but we will continue to work through this palette. I did track a few reapplications in my count when I was just like, refreshing makeup, maybe for going out to dinner or for an evening or for filming even. So there's a few extra uses accounted for, but I'm really hopeful that we will be able to reach our goal of using every shade 10 times before the year is up, if not sooner. But for now, that one will stay in as well. The last thing I've been working on is from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, and it is the purple shimmer inside this palette named Ultraviolet. I brought this item in when I drew the 6 of Hearts, which was Partner's Choice last month. This item came in when my husband chose it. I drew the card 6 of Clubs last month, which was the Partner's Choice. And that was the 2nd month in a row I had gotten that prompt, which was so weird and serendipitous, but also really fun because Danny is just a total ham and loves being a part of these videos. So he came in, helped me choose that shade. He chose something that he thought would be really fun for me to work on. And of course, Danny knows the whole premise of what I'm doing here. He wanted my goal to be to reach pan on this item. So here's what this shade was looking like last month. It was basically untouched. During the past month, I was able to reach for it 7 times, and here's what it's looking like today. So you'll see there is a little bit of a dip starting to form. This shadow does not perform well with a brush, so I've been using my finger to apply it. This is what I'm wearing on my lid today as the 7th use in this project, and I just love wearing purples. I'm not complaining about working on this one, but I am a little nervous about how long it's going to take me to hit pan on this. I have no idea how deep these pans are or how long it's going to take by just using a finger. I can normally get a pretty good dent going with a brush, but a finger is just a different ball game. So we'll continue to work on it. I don't know if I'll hit pan by the end of this project, but I'm going to give it my good try, and this one will continue to stay in. Danny really wanted to challenge me, and he has. Thank you, Danny. So those are all the items I've been working on. We'll be rolling out that one primer that's going in the empties, and these remaining products will stay in, and I'm definitely hoping to have this one rolled out next time, but these rest might be a little bit more of a long haul. So that means we have 1 card to draw this month to bring a new item into our project. So I have my deck of cards here. The iconic Marilyn Monroe will help us to be choosing today. And of course, I have included that Joker card, which in this deck is her autograph, her John Hancock, her nom de plume. What do you call them? I don't know. It's her autograph. So there it is. It is in my deck. We're going to shuffle this a few times and pull a card and pick an item. My neighbors are doing construction, as they always do on Saturday and Sunday, which I don't understand. I don't understand why the weekends are construction days. If there's anybody out there in the construction world, let me know why Saturdays and Sundays are the days for all of that stuff to get done. It's so noisy. There's always hammering, banging, sawing, leaf blowing going on in my neighborhood on Saturdays and Sundays, sometimes starting at 7 a.m. which I think is like against city law. It's like supposed to be quiet hours still, but anyways, I digress. So I've given it a good couple of shuffles here. We're going to cut the deck. I'm not going to look. Sorry, don't mind my really bad manicure. I need to take off my nails. We're cutting the deck. Okay, there. That's our card. What's it going to be? Let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've evaded the Joker again. This is the 9 of Clubs. I've got my game board out. I forgot to show you what it looks like. So here's what the game board's looking like this month. And oh no. Oh no. And the 9 of clubs this month is a blush. Hello friends, Editing Jessica here, and it is only now that I realize that the 9 of clubs is actually the product most recently purchased, but we are just going to go with it and use the prompt blush. My apologies for not paying closer attention. Back to the video. Which is just not very nice, panning gods, okay? I mean, I'm already working on 8 blushes right now. But the deck cannot be denied. We will find a blush from my collection to work on. It's gonna have a very small usage goal, I can promise you that. Let's dig into my blush drawer and I'll be right back with a blush to share with you. Okay, I believe I have found one that I will be happy to work on. The blush I've decided to bring in is one that is quite neglected in my collection. I have about 30 blushes in my collection, so a lot of them are that way, but it's this blush single. This is from Makeup Geek and it is in the shade Chivalry. The color is not coming off very well on the camera, but it's like a really like terracotta nude blush and it's quite deep, even though it doesn't appear that way on camera. Here it is swatched. It's a really beautiful fall tone, and I love the Makeup Geek blush formula. It is so pigmented and so blendable, and I have 2 of these. I have this one and then like a really hot pink called XOXO, and I got these both in BoxyCharms over the years, and this one, because it's a single, is in like a little Z palette in the back of my drawer, and it is often forgotten about, so I'm gonna bring it in, give it some time to shine. Also, this shade is quite different from any other shade that is in my Tarte palette, so it's just a little bit more variety if I needed more variety after having 8 blushes already, but hey, the more the merrier, right? So my usage goal will not be crazy on this. We're gonna set it at 10 uses. I think I can get there pretty quickly, hopefully in 2 months, I think max. I'm definitely gonna have to spread my love over all of these blushes, but that is okay. As you know, I love blush. I am happy to just get use on another shade. Inspire me to reach for an item in my makeup collection that I know I love, but I often forget about. That is all for my update today for my deck of panning project. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice and short and sweet for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It does help me out quite a bit. I hope you're doing really well and enjoying your fall season so far, and I can't wait to see you in my next update. Bye.